Conway the Machine is a Buffalo-based rapper and one of the 3 Griselda member camp, the other being Westside Gunn and Benny the Butcher. They are a non-stop music churning machine to the point that I don't even know and I don't recall the number on this project when compared to the lengthy discography that Conway have. But what I do know is LULU is his first collaborative project with Alchemist. And Alchemist is a Californian-based hip-hop producer who's worked with a plethora of artists over the years, one of my favorite being Evidence of Dilated Peoples, in which they came together and created a group called the Step Brothers. And in regards to Griselda, they've been getting notoriety, acclaims, and recognition ever since Westside Gunn dropped his Fly God album as well as his Chris Benoit album, eventually bleeding through to the other 2. I've always thought Conway the Machine is the most well-balanced of the Griselda Records camp. Westside Gunn has the energy, Benny has the punchlines, and as well the aggression, and Conway has the best of both worlds. But what's so notable about Conway is that he has a sort of uniqueness in projection because of his gunshot wounds that left him paralyzed on the face, at least the left side if I'm mistaken. But what's also interesting about his style per se is that he is very intense in the aspect of multi-syllable rhyming schemes in all of his raps. In regards to sound, they've always associated themselves with East Coast, dusty, grimy 90s hip-hop, but with a modern twist at the end. And this is why they've affiliated themselves with producers such as Static Selecta, Derringer, which is actually their in-house producer at Griselda Records, and Alchemist. Now, Conway have worked with Alchemist before in the past, but not in a full-length project. They've only worked in songs, whether it be on Conway's previous projects or whether it be Alchemist's projects or any of the Griselda Records members' project. But again, never a full-length project together. And during these collaborations, I've always thought that they had good chemistry between MC and producer. So I've always wondered, why did it take this long to sort of have a full-length collaborative project? Regardless, when I walked into LULU, I was expecting dark beats, haunting samples, copious amount of drug references, and Conway giving us chilling and murderous bars. And that's what I essentially got, and the cover sort of highlights that, the murky darkness of the sea with a very intimidating and killer-like figure, which is the Great White, I'm guessing supposedly, symbolizing Conway. First of all, Alchemist pulled through in all the beats. Some are better than the others, of course, but I think overall, Alchemist really shines through in these dark beats he provided for Conway. Delivering chilling synth, shimmering yet quiet vocal harmonies through the samples that he chosen, and very steady, rhythmic, but yet nocturnal drum that gives an extra eerie feeling to the beats. And his meticulousness in dialogue selection adds just that bit of darkness in the production. In this case, he took from the Paid in Full movie, of which LULU is based from. The track Calvin is easily my favorite of the whole entire project. The nocturnal and simple drum beats followed by a very eerie synth loops is absolutely haunting. It's as if a killer is ready to pounce on his next victim, murder him, grab him in a body bag, put him in a car, and dump it in a river, a la Mindhunter style. And the way Conway flow is very interesting and very commendable altogether. He has managed to found a very catchy and earworm-heavy pocket flow amidst this really sparse and spacey dark beat Alchemist provided. And the lyrics Conway delivers matches that eerie, murderous, killer-like persona. I'm the big homie, I just make a call, don't gotta lift up a finger at all. When it's a issue, I hit up my dog. Bigger the gun, the harder they fall. And I want to talk briefly about the features for a minute. LULU is the first project where Conway collaborates with Cormega and TDE's very own Schoolboy Q, adding on a very impressive resume from his underground years up into his well-known and uprising sort of years now. And the track Shoot Sideways featuring Schoolboy Q is also one of my favorites. Schoolboy Q's hook is catchy, raspy, and has a very careless killer demeanor, though I would have liked the verse from Schoolboy Q because I was very curious what he would sound like amongst this very spacey, sparse, dark beat. in which I always associate Schoolboy Q with a very layered, more up-tempo beats where he can go more crazy, but regardless, he killed it in the end. The track They Got Sunny with Cormega talks about how, you know, the old hip-hop minded character of scrutinizing other people's work compared to his, and how Conway can murder an entire discography with just one bar, as well as the normal drug dealing and murderous references that Griselda is very known for. I listened to albums like What the Fuck All the Hype About, like I can write one verse that'll wipe them out. I'm from where the kids don't get a new jacket in fall, roach in the cereal and every spoon black in the drawer. Mama used crack and his pops shoot smack in his arm. He just used that. It's all of the feel that's in these bars. Like that bar says, he also talks about his upbringings being a very sort of grimy and poor individual climbing up into this monstrous rapper that can kill anyone. And Cormega also has a couple of lines that I really liked. I carried heat aggressive as morning, in reference to the Miami Heat power forward and center back in the days, relating the heat to the gun. I thought that was very smart. My rhyme is a diamond inspired by pressure before it. I also like that line. And 14 Keys has easily one of the coldest lines in this whole entire project. La Ferrari, I'm through walking. My compadres shoot carbons. Bodies gone drop when they threw sparking. Now your mama gotta sell dinners just to get you a coffin. And this is one of the beginning tracks. A great opener to the whole project. But then we get a song like The Contract, in which the beat is alright, but it's just Conway that I found a bit lacking. Rhyme-wise is still very commendable with the intense multi-syllabic rhyme scheme thing that he always does, but it's just the choices of words and complexity, because it's too simple here. I've always associated Conway with a very street killer, drug dealer type of language in his raps. So with a track like The Contract, it didn't really fit with his persona, in my opinion. But that is only one misstep amongst a sea of gold. And though I have to say it is not groundbreaking in terms of the Griselda Records camp, it's not groundbreaking in regards to the Conway The Machine discography, I do have to say the production does sound a bit more pristine and shimmering. Just a tad here, but it's still very dark. So not too new, just a slight tweak. But it's still a great hip-hop record that has 90s elements into it, that dusty, grimy East Coast sound, but with a little modern twist. And I do think this is a great project that you guys should listen to. So that is my review for Conway the Machine and Alchemist's LULU. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram for more song and artist reviews and more extended What the Robot Thinks content. And I hope to see more from Conway this year, because he did mention that this will be the first project of 4 that's coming out in 2020. So I'll be looking out for that. But anyways, thank you for watching, and I'm out. Peace!